Hello, friends. I forgot to turn on my camera again. Ta-da! All right, great. So we're just going to continue now. We're finally actually making the workshops themselves, and so that's awesome. So let's do this thing. So right now, what we've got so far is, this one's going to be a little bit interesting because we actually don't show the title, so they'll have to go open this up in a separate thing, and then you can see the title in the solution. If we start this app, starting app, we pop that open. That's kind of annoying that when you start the app, it looks like this. We're going to have to figure something out for that. Yeah, so you see the title is set, and that's better. Cool. Okay, and then you can see the diff. Okay, so there will need to be instructions in here, of course. Yeah, and then we've got these files. I need to fix this so it doesn't redirect here, because it should not do that. That should be a fetcher form. So, man, 95 people on Twitch. That's exciting. Welcome to my live stream. Yeah, it's funny, I got rated 5 minutes before I had to go to a meeting with like almost 1,000 people. That was pretty interesting. Okay, cool. So I think for right now, I'm going to leave it as it is. I don't think I need to bother making the instructions and stuff. I can do that later. Yeah, as far as the SEO is concerned, we're good with just these changes. These are the only changes that are we're going to be doing in this exercise. So, cool. So let's continue then. Here, let's see. Yeah, my computer is like, what's going on? So let's make a new folder. This is 05. Oh, I forgot what is the next one. Yeah, the fifth is accessibility. And yes, that does make sense to do as this step. And I'm just kind of thinking, when we get to this step, we'll already have some forms and stuff that we will have built. Maybe. Let's take a look at this. So this, let's see, routes, users, or settings, profile. So we've got all of this stuff that we hopefully have built by this point. And we've got this field component. I'm thinking for the accessibility piece of this, there are a couple pieces that are most important. It's this ID, the ARIA invalid and ARIA error message, the label that uses HTML4, and the error list that gets the error ID. And then we've got the text area fields and stuff too, and the checkbox field. So for the accessibility piece, I'm kind of thinking actually it would be better if we don't use the abstraction, because the abstraction like has all that stuff built in, and working in the abstraction will distract from like the core thing of here you have an input and all this stuff. So with that in mind, I think maybe accessibility should go earlier on. In fact, maybe even here. So we can get that done quickly and do it without the abstraction. And then the abstraction can come and we can look at that diff. That's fine. And actually, one of the steps could be like, oh, did you know we actually already have an abstraction for this? So, yeah. Oh, I just remembered. I need to join the live stream chat because we might have some folks who are chatting in here. Yeah, so my chats are here. Thank you so much, OneMin, for taking time to look into this problem on your Windows machine. That helps a ton. Okay, so let's see. Diff path to relative. Replace all the slashes with the separator. And replace a slash with a forward slash, or a forward slash with the path separator. Just get them all matching the path separator. So let me just try this out. Yeah. There we go. So then if I say replace users, whatever, stuff, neat, whoops. But then if I'm on a Windows machine, and this could be like C drive. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then we replace the quote. I'm not sure I understand why we replace the quote. Okay. Yeah, that's super helpful. I'll probably merge this. I just want to understand what it is. That needs a change. So data loading, I think this will actually be mutations, data mutations. So SEO is going to be number 7 actually. So okay, so that means we go with okay, let me just take a look at this really quick. Without replacing the quote, the function quote exercises. Just curious how the quote gets there in the first place. Yeah, OneMin, thank you for your help. I think the thing that will help me understand this the most is to know what examples of file path look like for you. And you can comment on here for historical record. Okay, so we've got 06 dot error handling read me md. Let's handle them errors. And the problem of the next is the solution of this one. And for the problem, we go and remove the stuff we want people to do stuff with. So, you know what, we should remove this ID thing. Yeah, let's get rid of that. On all of these, do it sooner rather than later. You know, an easier way to do this would have been to do something like this. There we go. And then this one, now it's gone. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so in the problem for error handling, we're going to be doing that in the settings page. Ooh, okay, so there's a couple things to think about with error handling. On my website where I talk about this workshop, yeah, okay. I need to change this so it's not so much about remix. The goal of the workshop is not to be a remix workshop specifically, but that it's like a web workshop. That happens to use Remix, of course, because Remix is, I mean, you're building for the web, you want to use a framework. The framework that we're using here is Remix, but the knowledge you learn should be transferable, at least as much of it as possible should be. So that's the goal. Okay, so we've got our profile here. We're talking about error handling. Yeah. So I think what we will do, I'm thinking part of me is thinking maybe we don't need to accept like all of this stuff. We can just do name and username. And then the next exercise, poof, those things show up and that's fine. Also, we have the renter and host bios. I think we probably want to keep the renter and host bios. But yeah, we've got two parts here, and we're going backwards. So the second part should be the specific errors. The first part will be the error boundary, which we do not have on here. Oh, sheesh. So what happens if we mess up on the profile and the username is misspelled here? We're on number 6, error handling. And if we go to, I'm in the problem, yep, start the app. I think our solution to this problem that we're about to see, oh, I think node scripts fix. People won't have to have that problem at all when we're working through the workshop. Okay, cool. So we go to Cody, we go to profile. Yeah, okay. Edit, we're going to pretend that wasn't a problem. And then, yes, I think that's interesting that our database, yeah, I forgot. The database is somehow magically shared because the Prisma client ends up being shared. This is not a good thing though. It's interesting, but I don't like it. Actually, maybe it is a good thing. Maybe we do want the database to be the same because then they can make changes to the user and but maybe we want to do that in a better way. Yeah, like make it a little bit more explicit. Okay, let's do something here. With the Remix workshop that I have had before, we do this in our dependencies in the root package.json. Okay, hey, thanks, OneMin. Let me take a look at this. I'm just curious how that workshop root dir name. Yeah, it would probably be better to find where that value gets created and make sure it doesn't have a quote in the first place. Could you dig into that, please? That would be really nice. Yeah, because it should never. The problem is sometimes people's file systems do have quotes, and so we don't want to just replace them all. We got to figure out, why does the workshop root dir name have a quote in it? Okay, so with that, we also luckily get a new version of Remix that I was just informed has been published. So pretty sure that it's just this. Okay, and then we're going to the package lock because I just changed the package lock, and yeah. Let's see, Prisma. I want to go and oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna rmrf in all exercises Prisma test and data db. And then okay, I need to look at this. Oh, I see. We create that variable, but it comes from the file path. I see. Interesting. Path to copy comes from that path before and path. So somehow they parse it to include quotes. Okay. Yeah, that is very, very odd. If this only has a quote at the start of the string, then let's just remove that one. I wouldn't want to remove all quotes in the string. Let's see. Because it's possible those quotes are intentional. Okay. Cool. So now if I run the setup script, that's interesting. All right, setup custom, because the setup script is something different. Man, this is going to take forever. Got to think of another way to do this. I think what we should do, because like we have to seed every database, and there will be many in this workshop. And so what we should probably do is run the seed script for the first one, and then copy that database to all of the others. That has the benefit of having all the same user. Oh, right, no, what I was going to do, okay, stop. Let's do this really quick. What I wanted to do is change our where is this? This is our .env example. There's not a .env in here, is there? Oh, actually, O1. Oh, there is. Okay. Yeah, I can't see it in here because I don't want to open it by accident. So what I need to do is we need our setup script to copy these .env examples to the .env, or we just commit it directly to the repo, which I think is probably the better way to do this. Maybe. No, maybe not. Let's do this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so then if we go in here and say this will need one more because it's relative to the Prisma directory, I think. Okay, so then we come over. Actually, let's do this first. CD into exercise 06, error handling, 01 problem. And then we say oh, right, that's not going to work. Hold on. First, we got to copy env.example to env. Yeah, this thing is really annoying. Okay. So, did that create the database? There it is. All right, sweet. And so they can all share that same database. This will work for workshops that aren't doing anything with the database. If they are, then they have to all be separate. Okay, cool. So then we go into here, look for that, replace it with this, and then as part of our setup custom, we're gonna, let's see, I think actually our setup script, what are you complaining about? Psh, boo on you. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, part of me says we should make this just do a search for all .env files in the project and replace or copy those over to the .env file. But we'll start here in my own setup, custom setup, or copy, no, env. Whoops. Now that I think we should have like a get unique apps or something. Copy.env example to .env. Okay, so import fs from fs, await, try this again, path from path. Path, yep, there we go. And that's it. And so then this can say in our setup custom node scripts copy vmjs. Here we go. Whoops. Yeah, the seed script is going to run anyway. Dang it. Yeah, so that's not going to, that will not fly for us. Dang. Stop. Ooh, this is the worst. Boy, that is annoying. Nope, nope. That's a big nope. How do I, Quit that thing. Really? Good grief. Kill terminal. Okay, so why is this thing bouncing around? Yeah, man. I like this setup thing to just be pretty blind. Maybe our seed script could be a little smart and have, yeah, this is what we'll do. I don't like it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If process env skip seed, then return. Okay. So then we're going to call this setup custom. And then here, we'll say we want to seed from the first one, or maybe from the last one. That makes more sense. Seed it from the last. So, oh, actually, yeah, we want to do this a little differently. So this is our get exercise. Heck with that. Let's just do this. Get problem apps, get solution apps, get example apps. Okay, so then this will be just gonna sit down. Gotta put my shoes on to sit down though, because otherwise my feet hurt on my stool. So, because the example apps should all be seeded. Yeah, okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so we'll just copy everything for all of them, but then we want to, for the problem, or for the example apps, then we can spawn, not that at all. No, shoot. Yeah, let's just do this. App paths, or yeah. And I don't think we needed anything special for that. So then we're just going to await. Same sort of thing. Probably could just exit it right there, but yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, heck with that. Okay, so now that one's been seeded. So now we say run the rest of them, skipping the seed. Yeah, app paths. Where is my seed? I had seed. Skip seeding. Okay. Okay, it's break time, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. Where's my OBS? There you are. Yeah, see you in 5 minutes. Whoops, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so this worked. Still not a fan of how long it takes, and when we can have probably, I don't know, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect 15 to 20 apps. So I think I want to find a different solution here, and I think what we can do is just copy the node modules directory, because that's where the generated client goes, and it should just work. So here's what we're going to do. I don't even know if we're going to have example apps. I kind of don't think we will, but maybe. So we will keep this. Except we'll get rid of that. Oh, that was a mistake. Huh. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Cool. So then we get the last seed to run, or set up the last app, copy node modules from last app to the rest of them. App paths. It's going to be all the apps. No, we want Nope, Prettier's not happy with that at all. There we go. Okay. So we skip that one, and then we copy I don't know if you can do that. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT would disagree. Will this work to copy a directory? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, the FS Extra package. We're probably using that already anyway, so. Now that we've got FS Extra. Yep, cool. All right, so Yeah, let's do this. Exercises. Run install. How do we get the client in there? There must be a post install step or something. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Let's actually look at that client. Does this have my stuff? Yeah, it totally does. Interesting. So the database does exist. I wonder if I even need to run that setup. Oh, haha, whoops. Gotta fix the seed. All right, let's see. And then it runs the seed. Just for the last database. Yep, okay. Yeah, dot map is not going to work. We need a radon from. Try that now. Here, I'm going to skip this part that I know works. That's interesting. Try that. This is exactly the same thing, right? Yeah. What am I missing? I thought I did. I thought that's what this was doing. Huh, okay. Well, we can do that, I guess. Maybe there's an extra slash on one of these or something. Oh, whoops. Try that again. Okay. Yep, they are very different for sure. That could be. Yeah, symlinks are going to be a problem. Huh. Would it be bad if I use that? Dereference, huh? What if, hold on a second. What if we don't do this at all? What if we just seed the last one? And then we don't do anything with this one. So we run the install. Because I think there's a post-install step that will, that sets up the Prisma client. So we just have the last one be responsible for setting up our database that's in the root. And it does all the seeding and stuff. And then if I run dev server, start the app, cool. Yeah, this works. Okay, cool. Let's just do that. That makes it way easier. Okay, cool. That's nice. Got that working. Good. So we don't need this skip seeding after all. Hooray! I'm much happier with that. Okie doke. Great, so let's take a look at the diff here. So far, I just misspelled something. And that's right, because I wanted to see what happens yeah, this is what happens. We need to have an error boundary on that route, on that page. So, oh man, one man, you're supposed to be asleep. You're too kind. Go to bed. Thank you. Yeah, I do feel better about this. because I'm the one who controls the file paths, I know that I'm never going to put a quote in anything, so we'll call that good. I am still a little concerned that something else is not going to work, like maybe the open thing. So I'd very much rather find I should probably just open this whole file. Here we go. Yeah, see right there, that one might, no, that's probably fine. Yeah, that gets the path to copy. Yeah, okay, this is probably fine. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. There we go. Thank you. For real. That is awesome. Okay, let's get an error boundary added to this right here. Okay, export function error boundary return Oh, come on. One of these has a 404 somewhere. There you are. Okay, there we go. Sweet. So here's what we're going to do to add this to all of those. And we get rid of the extra one there. Oh, right. And then, where's the general error boundary? Okay, sweet. So now I need to get a refresh button right here. I go here, create your profile, Cody, save changes. Username must be a string. Cool. So then username, so try it again. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I know why that happened. Cody, save changes, it's saved, hooray. Beautiful. And what's cool too is if I go over here and I say Cody is my username, then I go to the solution app, Cody is my username. Yeah, sharing that data, that's sweet. So they're completely different apps, but they share data. That's what I'm talking about. Cool stuff. All right, most of the time I think people should be using this. Pop it up in a separate tab. But yeah, this is pretty cool. We do need to have a refresh button right there though. Okay. Isn't that so cool? The little sparkling stars. I love it. Okay. Sweet. So now yeah, so for this is actually solution 2. This is solution dot forms or field validation. Hold on a second. So we're going to have, yeah, so this throws and redirects and everything. This throws because the form was submitted incorrectly. And this throws because the form values were wrong. So this is, we need to handle unexpected errors. We handle, yeah, this is kind of unique because you shouldn't even be able to get to this page if you're logged in as a user that doesn't exist. So that probably doesn't make sense to talk about it here. It would probably be better to talk about it users here. Oh, I'm looking at the finished. No, I don't want to look at the finished. I was like, hold on, where's that meta coming from? Okay, so here we've got an error boundary 404. That makes total sense. It's too bad we don't have a 403. I'm pretty sure Rocket Rental does have a 403 somewhere in chat and on ships edit. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we're not doing that though. So the 404 we'll have to do, and then we can say yeah, and then if you yeah. Okay, so this is where we'll do our error boundary talk, and we'll do it in a simpler or a simpler way that's not using the general error boundary to start. And then we will bring in the general error boundary. So that's where that will be. The fields will be within that settings profile page. And then so we've got expected errors here. Unexpected errors is then the fields are submitted wrong. And then and then form errors, so 400s. So we'll cover 404, 400, and 500. That will be good. I just feel like there's something else that I'm missing. Yeah, that's probably it. So we've got this exercise has 3 steps. And the last one is the field errors, so field validation. This is going to be O3 solution field validation. I think it's a dot. Let me double check. Yeah, you do a dot. Okay. Okay, so then field validation. So that's the finished version of that. Let's see. I think the solution or the problem app we should be working in for all 3 steps. So that gives us a readme.o1 and O2 and O3. So the first one is the expected errors. Second one is unexpected errors. And the third one is validation form validation. Is that what I said in this README? Yeah, field validation, form validation, field validation. Yeah, form. Okay, sweet. So I need to have a button in the app that says, I want to work on this exercise or this step. So get my problem app to this step. That would be nice. Like if I wanted to skip step 1 and go straight to field validation and skip step 2 as well, how would I do that? Okay. So this is going to be O2 solution, and that is unexpected errors. Okay, so for the unexpected errors, we need to remove the field validation because that is the next step. So routes, user or settings, profile. Field validation. So this is unexpected errors. Field validation, that's all of this stuff. I feel like we're going to be splitting things up a little bit because this ARIA invalid stuff, yeah, that's going to matter. Hope I'm getting all the right stuff. I think I am. Yeah, okay. Not so sure I'm doing the right thing here. You know what's kind of interesting about this is normally I will remove like everything that doesn't have to do with what you are learning about. This time I'm kind of taking this as like when you're on the job, you're probably working in a code base that other people are working in, and there will be other things in there that you're supposed to work around. And so trying to give that same sort of feeling here. And like your job is to come in here and add this feature or this capability or something. And Cody will be your guide, kind of thing. So I'm definitely experimenting a bit here. It's kind of interesting to think about. Okay, well, that definitely gets rid of that. Okay, and then next we need to get rid of this is our expected errors. And this needs to get rid of the stuff that is there for the unexpected errors, which is all of this stuff. Well, actually, no, we can leave that in. That's for TypeScript happiness. That is the error boundary is the unexpected errors. And honestly, I think the solution for the unexpected errors should look different. Instead of using the general error boundary, okay, so in other workshops, I'll say, okay, we're working on this, and then as a last step, we say, oh, by the way, there's an abstraction. Why don't you replace what you've done with the abstraction? And that's normally just like oh, by the way, all this work you did, we actually already have something built like what you did. Now just swap your thing with the abstraction. I like that step. It's normally a very small step, but I like it. So what we're going to do, yeah, so the solution for the unexpected errors is going to be just a div here that says, oh no, something unexpected happened. Where's my general? General error boundary. Sorry. That's probably what the general should look like to actually have that accent red. So that's the solution for 2. Should look like that. And so the we're going to make the field validation be 4, and this will be 3. General error boundary. Yeah, there we go. And so this one will use the general error boundary thing. Okay. Yeah, so and then expected errors. That will do nothing in here, and it will do let's see. Actually, I think we're set. Sort of. We wanted this to be here. Yeah, the solution for this one is to do yeah, we want that to look like that. Say if error dot status is 404, and let's get our params in here. Okay, it's break time. Gonna take the break. Here in just a sec. I gotta make sure I move this to here as well. Oh, right, and then we should throw the error. Otherwise, because we can't handle it. We don't know what we're doing with this. Actually, the general error boundary. Yeah, instead of throwing the error, let's not do that. Let's yeah, something went wrong. That looked good. Thank you. So actually, we don't really have, we used to have catch boundaries and error boundaries. They were separate. Now it's all one. And so maybe we just call this errors, route errors. There we go. Okay, when I come back, I'm going to move it to that. Okay, we're back. Whoops. Forgot to close the blinds. Okay. So, yeah, so we're not separating between expected errors and unexpected errors anymore. Yeah, it's either... Well, we still could... Because here in the profile, we only have unexpected errors. We've got kind of a weird spot here. Maybe we should just change this. Maybe we should actually, you know what? What we should do is, let's see, where is that? Yeah, okay. We should just do this. This should be a throw. And yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we don't have a 404 here. Yep, that is much better. Okay, so then we handle unexpected error. Yeah, so we have one step that's like, let's handle unexpected errors. Yeah, let's get rid of, start this over. So this is, okay, the first step is unexpected errors. The second step is expected errors. And the third step is to use our abstraction. So for solution, general, got something funny in my throat. Yeah, 3 solution. Yeah, what is it that I'm trying to say? This is like use the abstraction. What did I call it? I already used it. What did I call it? General error, yeah, general error, or error abstraction. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's where we get into using the abstraction, which we do in field validation also. So yeah, general error boundary, and here's our general error boundary with our 404. Okay, great. I think I want to do this. Right now it's text white, whoops, just as default, but we're gonna do text accent red. There we go. Cool. Also, probably not a good idea to do the get error message thing either. So we're going to say oh no, something went wrong. Sorry about that. Okay. Clean up that import. Okay, great. So now, the one thing that this does need to remove though is the field validation stuff. So let's go to routes, settings, profile, and get rid of that field validation stuff again. So no more field validation. Oh, whoops. I feel like there's a bigger jump between this error abstraction and the field validation than I would like, and we're probably going to need an intermediary step. Yeah, if we looked at the diff right now between these two, there's too much stuff for one step. So we're gonna split that up into another step. So this we'll say is 05 accessibility. And that means in the field validation, we remove the stuff around accessibility so we can add it. Whoops, this is going to be on profile. Yeah, and actually, maybe we'll do aria and do another one that is focus. So this one, the aria stuff does not do the use focus invalid. Starting to think that error handling should be exercise 5, and once we get into this, that should be exercise 6. So I think we will do that. But give me a sec. So we'll call this step 6. We'll call this focus or use focus invalid. So then our focus step, okay, I'm like a couple things in, I'm doing a couple things at once. This is dangerous. But here, is all still got, yeah, the ARIA invalid and stuff. This is going to take the use focus invalid thing, and we're going to move this in line. Form here actually. Yeah, okay. So this is our action data errors. Yeah. Okay, so then we've got our form errors. Or all errors. Yeah, that's not going to work. Man, I hate use effect so much. Okay. Okay, coming back to what it looks like when it's done. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so then our action data, here's our errors. Here, actually, let's just do this. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. So that's the solution for when we're talking about managing focus. You just have a use effect. And then use focus invalid. Invalid is just, hey, swap this out with the hook. Ta-da! And that one's easy. And then for ARIA, we need to get rid of the use focus invalid because we're not going to use that yet. But we will have the ARIA message stuff, and you know what? We are going to have the field do these ARIA invalid and stuff, and we'll have them change that, and that I think is okay, because when you're working on the job, you've got a real project that you're working on. You will be working in abstractions, and that's okay. This workshop is so you've got some experience in web, and you want to learn about the fundamentals of this. We will get to this is the fundamentals of web app web app fundamentals. When we want to do like the very basic stuff outside of an app, then that will be a different workshop. I'm talking these things through to make sure that that makes sense to me. And I think it does. Okay, so anyway, for yeah, something is not happy here. Let's figure out what that is. It's probably importing that hook. Okay. Those. Okay. So coming around here, we should not have use focus invalid, and we should not have the ARIA invalid stuff. Or tab index. You know what, that's fine. We'll leave those there. We're not going to make that be part of the exercise, but the form will definitely be. Yeah, error list needs an ID. That's part of the accessibility step too. Field. You know what we'll do? We'll just make this optional. Okay. Yeah. Yep, we need another one. This is 4, 3, 2, and we need another one for the IDs, labels. So ARIA, or labels, let's come here. Get rid of the ARIA stuff. And I'm pretty sure, actually, that this one that form ref is not used yet either, so that form ref needs to come later. Okay. Then we come over here. The ID needs to be required, or no, here the ID still is not required on the error list. Okay. Yeah, and so we're in the labels one, so we don't do the ARIA stuff yet. But we do need the ID and the HTML4. We don't need the error ID. That will come later also with the ARIA stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Starting to feel like I should move some things around to make it easier. Because this file is pretty big. People are going to be like, what the devil is all this nonsense? Yeah. Not sure. Not sure. Okay, so anyway, with the labels here, that means this one. Yeah, we haven't done it. We're doing field validation and form validation. So yeah, we've got the errors, but we don't have the IDs. Our field implementation doesn't do anything with the IDs. And yeah, the form ref is not used here either. We get rid of that there. Okay, I think it will be a lot easier to know that I got things right when I check out the diffs as we're going through this. So I'm not super concerned about missing things. This is red, but none of its children are red, so I don't understand why that would be red, but okay, yeah, so we've got our field validation. You know what, it actually might be helpful. This thing's still running? Man. Yeah, I didn't think so. We're kind of in a mess right now. I think probably because we're missing 01 and 02, so let's call this 02, we'll call this 01, and call this through 02. Oh, actually another thing we need to do. There we go. Okay, so let's look at a diff. We need to have a loading state somewhere. And I want to compare, oh great. Why are these all called form validation? Is it because their readmes are all the same? Probably. So let's go in here. This is use focus invalid. This one is focus management. This one is ARIA validation ARIA. Attributes. And field labels. And then this, yeah, this is error abstraction. I think yeah, that's error abstraction. This one is form validation. Okay, great. Now, if I refresh, it'll take a second to create the diff. There we go. Yay! And exercise 0604 solution. Yeah. I guess that got somehow stripped or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I want to compare between, oh, attributes. Yeah, okay, cannot use code stuff in there apparently. Okay, so comparing between form validation and field labels. So the form validation should be the problem app for the field labels step. And so that gives us, yeah, so you need this for the labels. Yeah, actually we don't need this. So in our field validation, I call it form validation. This is field validation. Let's call this form validation. And we gotta run that fix. I should have that happen automatically. That, yeah, form validation. Okay, cool. So open that up. And that's in form validation, good. Action data, yep, sweet. So the ID here actually should not exist in the field labels either. That is the problem. I should have an easy way to swap these two. Doing that allows me to easily open this, and it will open right here, and I can get rid of that. Okay, so because that should not be a difference. Okay, so the only difference between these two, and actually let's back it up. Only difference is we add the fallback ID, we generate an ID based on those things. Actually, you know what? I think, yeah, no, that's fine. Then we set the ID also for the HTML4. That's it. Okay, cool. And then from the field labels, you're comparing the same app to ARIA attributes. That says, hey, we need, well, here, let's look at our abstractions first. So we need to require the errors to have an ID. Yeah, and then this, if the error ID exists thing, yeah, that's fine. We've got the ARIA error message and ARIA invalid. Yep, that's it. And then we use it, and we actually do the same thing to the form itself. We also want to give it a tab index. We don't yet, actually. We don't, not yet. So let's swap these two. So I can open this right there. And no tab index yet. See, I told you, the diff. It's helping me a lot. Okay, so we're looking at a minus, but we're comparing in the opposite direction. So we're going to add has form errors. And based on that, we add the ARIA invalid and ARIA error message. Oh my gosh, isn't this diff thing so awesome? This is so cool. And we add the ID to the error. Yep. So we do that, handle that in two places. That's totally something we can do in a single exercise. Yep. Very cool. All right, and then yeah, so moving on to the next bit, going from field validation, ARIA labels, to focus management. Here we add the form ref, and we add a use effect, and the form ref goes there, and the tab index goes there, because we need to be able to focus the form. And that's it. And then, yep, that one's perfect. Then to go to use focus invalid, we say, bring that in, delete all that stuff you just did, and pass that, because that's all you need to do. We have an abstraction for you. Yep, beautiful. Okay, cool. Let's check between use focused invalid and the finished. Whoops. Cool. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. I'm not sure why we have so many finished right here. I'm thinking it's because I've got some naming incorrectness somewhere. Oh, on the SEO one. That's right. Yeah, so let's do SEO or search engine optimization. And right here, search engine optimization. Okay. Yep, and that is correct. So going from the solution of the previous exercise to the problem of the next, unchanged. That's not always the case, but in this case it makes total sense. So then if we go from the problem to the solution, and we just see a lot of meta v2 stuff. Yep, and that all looks awesome. And then if we go from the solution to the final problem, that should not be changed. And the final problem to the final solution should be unchanged too, because that's just the way that that is. Okay, awesome. Now, we are good up to, I think, form validation and field labels. Yeah. So now if we go error abstraction to form validation, we've got quite a few things that we need to change. So let's close all the things. Close that down, close this down. I think the easiest way to do this would be, yeah, the forms thing here, we need to just take the form validation, app, utils, forms, copy that whole thing into here because those are not supposed to be different at all. So now we have an optional ID and all that. So now the only difference should be the profile. And here, when we go add the form validation, that should just, yeah, we don't need the verify login. No, we do. Yeah, and we use it right down here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. It just was right in front of my face. I couldn't see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so for form validation, we need the current password, verify login. Here's our errors set up. If there's a password, then we just make sure that the current password is a string. Then we go find the user. If we can't find them, then this is a weird spot, and let's just get them out of here. Otherwise, verify the login. If it's not valid, then the current password's incorrect. Otherwise, the current password's required. If the name is less than 3 characters, then we give that. If the username is less than 3, and then we just etc. And that's what I'll say. I'll just be like, feel free to continue, but I think you get the point. And I'll have a little thing that says, this is really annoying, right? How about we use Zod and come to my next workshop and we'll talk about using Zod. Errors, form errors, link. Yeah, so if there are any errors, then we'll send it back. And then we get the field errors. Okay, so now form ref actually, yeah, it does not matter. And I think that's in the error abstraction. So let's go here. Get rid of that. And then we pass the errors to all these fields. And then here we render the errors ourselves. Yep. Okay, cool. Just make sure that form ref got out of there. Yep. Awesome. It is 5:24. I cannot believe it. So we're in a pretty good spot. I need to continue working backwards to the error abstraction, and then just handling errors. Yeah. So, error boundaries, and then handling specific kinds of errors. And then we'll continue with, so accessibility, that's going on to step 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, something like that, probably. Okay, yeah, so join me tomorrow. Let me just take a look at my calendar. Yeah, I may even be live streaming tonight. We'll see. Tomorrow morning, I've got a meeting, and then I have office hours. Oh boy. So if you've never been to my office hours, you can come to that. I'm just streaming. Actually, you know what? I don't stream on Twitch for office hours because I just use Zoom, and Zoom, I'm not going to worry or figure that out. So yeah. Tomorrow morning, I will be doing office hours. And then in the afternoon, I will be doing a live stream. I'm just going to stick that right here. EpicWeb.dev live stream. And that goes on my EpicWeb.dev events. And location is there. So if you go to kentcdodds.com/live, then yeah, man, that was fast. I just barely put that on there. I'm live streaming. I should also do, so on Friday, I have a meeting in the morning, but in the afternoon, I should be live streaming. EpicWeb.dev live stream. Location, live, and that's on EpicWeb.dev events. I don't think this automatically refreshes, but kapoosh, there it is. So yeah, I will be live streaming. So look forward to that also. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see you next time. I might live stream tonight. We'll see. It kind of depends on a number of factors. So yeah, bye.